Actually, I'm only going to stand here very briefly because I would just like to introduce our President, Professor Nick Talley, who just wanted to say a few words.
So look, I'm not going to spend very much time. I hadn't anticipated saying very much, but I couldn't pass on the privilege of addressing you just for a moment. It's really exciting to see colleagues from across the college here today. Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you very much for being part of the college and part of this activity. It's critically important. You all know, I know, education is the college's core activity. No education, no college. Simple as that. So what you are doing here and what you continue to do makes such a difference. And having gone through, and I mean gone through the ringer with the AMC visit over the last period, I'm convinced even more that what you're doing really, really matters. So thank you. Thank you very much indeed. We've got a lot to do. I know that as well. I recognise that we've come a long way. I recognise that a lot of what we do is very high quality, but I also believe, I know you do too, we can do even better. And I'm convinced days like today will lead us down the path of raising our success, raising the quality of what we're doing even higher, and that, of course, is a laudable goal. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your enthusiasm, support, commitment, and passion. And I look forward to working with you as part of the college in our educational activities over the next period of time. So thanks again for coming. Cheers.
Thank you. Just a few final words. A personal thank you from me for your very enthusiastic and engaged discussion. I think this has been a fantastic afternoon, and I've particularly enjoyed having Tim facilitate such an interesting discussion. I've personally learned a great deal, and I think this really starts to cement for me the direction of travel we're going in as we start the curricular reviews next year. The gold medal today goes to the two gastroenterology chairs sitting in the corner there, Tony Smith, Jeff Hebbard, who have already written the draft of their 15 EPAs. and they're not all procedural ones. There's been a bit of discussion on and off, particularly from me, about the Curriculum Advisory Group. I hadn't actually appreciated so many members of that group who put in their EOIs and who were accepted onto the group are in the room. I mentioned that Tim is, but so is David Thomas, who, by the way, is chair of PDEC and leading our basic training curriculum review. Terry Donald from Community Child Health. Lewis Marshall from the chapter of Sexual Health Medicine has had to leave early. Melanie Fantoulis. Okay, cool. Michael Gabbett, who is still here. Yep. And Joho Chan. Oh, John, is it? So, apologise. I'm reading off someone else's writing. So that's great. I mean, that's really good that fully, probably half the group have actually been here for that discussion. From this morning, when you selected the topics for future forums, the three in order were curriculum and assessments, which is fine because that's what we had intended to do next May when we all meet again. Selection into training, which we'll look to program in the latter part of next year, and that will dovetail with the policy as it goes forward in selection to training. And then supervision coupled with trainees in difficulty. Those were the three selected in that order. So I think that really then maps out the next three advanced training forums, the two next year and onwards. These are big pieces of work that the timelines will necessarily be quite long. We start work on curricula next year. We're certainly not finishing it next year for sure. But I think we've set down some of the bedrock here of where those curricular reviews are going to go, and I think that's been fantastic. Thank you all for coming. Safe travel back home to wherever you came from, and we'll see you all in May next year.